The following is a special presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Hello everyone, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Formation handoff to Overstreet around the right-hand side. Overstreet picks him up, and there he goes! Overstreet! Touchdown! Wolfpack! The Heachel got a lot of space. Beautiful block! Heachel is all by himself, and you will never catch that man! Touchdown! Formation, Marconi back to pass. Marconi throws it over the middle, and it's a touchdown, Maulers. James Cooley with the touchdown. Pass over to the end zone. One-handed catch. Oh, what a play! Chuck Imperano, touchdown, Baltimore. Back to pass. Looking for the football, and it is recovered by Orlando at the 17. Black breaks a tackle. Black with a step on. There he goes! Black! You gotta be kidding me! Touchdown, Houston! Hand off Anderson. Anderson again, left side. You gotta be kidding! Anderson! Right on the move. West back to pass. West will go to the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown! Tallahassee Pride! Get out of here! Wow!
It's the SFL playoff, live on Twitch TV.
Welcome to Wolfram and Hart Coliseum, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight, the Baltimore Crabs, the 4th seed of the Gray Conference, will take on the number 1 seed of the Gray Conference, the Minneapolis Maulers. Good evening and welcome to Minnesota and the great Midwest. I am your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Baltimore trying to beat the Maulers for the first time. The last time the two teams met, it went to overtime. Could playoff magic finally happen for the Crabs tonight? Let's head down to the field for the coin toss.
How you been? You ready?
Gentlemen, please make your call.
We'll take heads.
It is tails.
We'll receive.
The home team has won the toss and select to receive.
We'll see the mighty Mauler offense on the field first. Second game of an SFL playoff. Sunday doubleheader. Baltimore's got the ball on the tee. Kick it. We're underway. Short kick from the 11-yard line. Koma Kaleka on the return, but will not get past the 30. That will bring out Rocco Marconi. From the 29-yard line, Marconi, an MVP candidate, has had a tremendous season. At 118.6 quarterback rating, 38 touchdowns to just 14 interceptions, 3,888 yards, not including their final game against Queen City when the Maulers put up 50 points. Marconi back to pass. That pass is nearly intercepted, knocked away by Gerald Vick. And a good start for the Baltimore Crab defense to start the game. The Crabs in the road black helmets, white jerseys, white pants with the black numbers and gold trim. The Minneapolis Maulers in the all very dark gray, almost black jerseys and pants with the black helmets, golden or orangish reddish numbers with red trim, dark red trim for Minneapolis. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line for the Maulers after Marconi's first incompletion of the night. And Marconi will fire it out to Bose. That pass is top. Bose picks up a block and picks up 8 yards on the near sideline. Let's meet the stars on the field for the Minneapolis Maulers. Quarterback number 5, Rocco Marconi. Running back number 43, Doug Bose. Wide receiver number 19, James Cooley. Wide receiver number 85, Freeman Goodspeed. And number 42, tight end Marcus Campbell. Leads a top-ranked offense as Doug Bose will not get the first down on Minneapolis' first series. And Baltimore's defense forces a 3-and-out. An impressive start to the evening for the Baltimore Crabs. Of course, we have our contest going on tonight. Can win up to $150. All guesses must have been in by kickoff. The combined yards of Elijah Bishop and Freeman Goodspeed receiving yards in the first half for $100, and the winner can get an additional $50 if they guess the correct amount within 10 yards through the entirety of this game. Wayne Inzer returns the ball to the 24-yard line, and we meet Mike Dazzo. 107.7 quarterback efficiency, 35 touchdowns, 21 interceptions, 4,512 yards, led the league in passing with 376 yards per game. An impressive season indeed for Mike Dazzo and the plethora of receivers that he has at his disposal. 1st and 10 at the 24 out of the eye, and Baltimore will start off with a run, and Elliott Snyder picks up nearly a first down. Snyder has struggled for much of the year to get going. That is a strong start for the Baltimore Crabs. Let's meet the Baltimore Crabs starting stars on the field. Quarterback number 7, Mike Dazzo. Running back number 36, Elliott Snyder. Wide receiver number 17, Demetrius Outdat. Wide receiver number 14, Elijah Bishop. Wide receiver number 18, Wayne Inzer. And tight end number 89, Chuck Imperato, as Elliott Snyder gets enough for the first down. Baltimore is making its 4th consecutive playoff appearance. And I believe only Orlando has done that in league history. But the Crabs are 0-3 in playoff games. They have not won a playoff game, losing to Tallahassee, Orlando, and San Francisco in 3 consecutive seasons. Dazzo back to pass. That pass is overthrown. His first incompletion of the night, I believe, intended for Imperato. So Baltimore is looking for their first playoff victory in franchise history tonight. They're also looking for their first franchise victory over the Minneapolis Maulers. Although they did beat the Maulers back when they were the Grand Rapids Rollers of old. No score here in the opening minutes of the first Grey Conference semifinal of this playoff season. 2nd down and 10 for Dazzo. He will go straight back and fire it down the middle, and that slant is a bit overthrown again. Looking for Demetrius Outdat over the middle, who kills teams running those slant patterns. But the pass incomplete, and it sets up a 3rd down and 10. So they go a little bit away from the run after picking up the first down and 2 straight incompletions for Dazzo. Empty backfield now with no one in the middle of the field between the line of scrimmage and the sticks. Dazzo back to pass. He looks in that direction, and that pass is caught for a first down. Gain of 12 to the 48-yard line. Chuck Imperato with the reception. Let's meet the Minneapolis Mauler defense stars on the field. Inside linebacker number 55, Austin Broadway. Outside linebacker number 53, Sebastian Brock. The corners on the outside, number 44, Ashley Odom, and number 20, J.D. Lawson. Strong safeties, number 32, Marcus Dorsett, and the free safeties, number 23, Koma Kaleka. First and 10 at the Crab 48-yard line, approaching midfield. And the swing outside is caught by Outdad, a pickup of 5 yards. And that gets the Baltimore Crabs into Minneapolis territory 3 minutes into the ball game. Second down 5 at the 47 for the Crabs. 7:45 to go in a scoreless opening quarter. 4-2 defensive look out of Minneapolis. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo will fire it down the field. Pass is intercepted at the 34-yard line. Marcus Dorsett, a weak throw from Mike Dazzo, and both defenses surprisingly off to the hotter starts here tonight. Looking for Imperato, and Dorsett jumped that all the way. An easy interception. Marcus Dorsett with his 5th of the year. So Marconi loving the fact his defense just got him a stop and good field position out to the 37-yard line. Bose is in the backfield to the right side. 2 receivers also to the right side of Marconi. And Marconi will throw. Marconi back to pass. He'll fire it short. That pass is caught somehow. Pickup of 7 yards. And the catch made by Goodspeed is pretty slow to get up. Let's meet the Baltimore Crab defensive stars on the field. Inside linebacker number 47, Joe Dazzo. Cornerback number 21, Alexander Brown. Cornerback number 31, Isaac Spears. Strong safety number 27, Eddie Gage. And 2 free safeties back there to keep watch of. Number 49, Ty Butler, and number 44, Gerald Vick. Second down and 3 at the 44. Bose is wide open. Past midfield. Got a first down. Pickup of 10 yards on the outside. Doug Bose has done well for himself. Leads the team in all-purpose yards with 1,808 this season. 1,050 yards on the ground, 758 through the air. Again, not including the stats from their Queen City game, which has not yet gone through our system. First down and 10 at the 46. 4 wide receivers, and out of the shotgun is Rocco Marconi, and Marconi will drop the throw. Marconi fires, pass caught. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it's James Cooley's first grab of the day. Interesting dynamic at receiving for Marconi this year. Bose leads the team in receptions, but Goodspeed actually leads the team in yards and touchdowns. Cooley does have 9 touchdowns in 11 games of his own. Doug Bose takes the handoff. Got a first down for the Maulers at the Baltimore 35-yard line. So just about halfway through the first quarter, and the Maulers look like they've shaken off the rust. They went 3 and out on their opening possession. No bye week to worry about, but the Maulers certainly a little shocked after that road loss at Queen City. 2 backs and 2 receivers, 5:42 to go in the opening quarter. And Baltimore jumps offside. Free play for Marconi, flips it out to Bose. Bose will pick up just 4, but they'll accept the penalty. It'll be 1st and 5. Can't make those type of mistakes against the Maulers. So 1st down and 5 coming up at the 29-yard line for the Maulers, now in scoring range. Franklin Reese is the star kicker for Minneapolis, 19 of 20 on the season with a long of 49. He attempted a 55-yarder, which was no good. 1st and 5 at the 30. Handoff to Doug Bose up the middle. Got a first down. Bose pushing forward to the 18-yard line, and Minneapolis is in the red zone for the first time tonight. And the strongest run of the evening for Doug Bose. Working hard inside. At least 4 defenders on that play got a hand on him. Baltimore forced a punt on their opening defensive possession. Can they force a turnover here in the red zone? Marconi back to pass. Marconi will fire it short, nearly intercepted. Had a shot at it. And that's the second time a pass has been defended. Howard the outside linebacker, Brian Howard, with the knockdown. I'm not sure where Marconi was looking to throw that football. But well covered was the tight end on the outside to bring up 2nd and 10. The Beast here at Wolfram and Hart Coliseum, one of a kind design after Grand Rapids moved to the Twin Cities. 2nd and 10 from the 18. Bose will take the handoff, and Bose got just 2 yards. Crabs pretty much locked that down. DeAndrew with the stop. 3rd down and 8 now. Big 3rd down here for Minneapolis. 4:23 to go. Surprising with how good these scoring offenses are. But we don't have points just yet. I'm sure they'll come in a flurry. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side for Marconi on a 3rd down and 8. They need just ahead of the 8-yard line. Marconi over the middle, pass caught, wide open for a 1st and goal right at the 8. Perfectly executed. Freeman, good speed with his 2nd catch of the drive and a 1st down, Maulers. Yeah, that's how you do it. Run the route right to the sticks, perfect timing. You can tell Goodspeed and Marconi have done that so often this year. It's almost robotic. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers. Bose takes the handoff inside the 5. Bose down to the 3 before being doubled up by Eddie Gage and company. 22 yards on 5 carries here in the opening quarter for Doug Bose. Last time these two teams met, 37-34 in overtime. Minneapolis had a 14-7 lead at the end of the 1st quarter, and both teams scored in every quarter in that game. 2nd and goal from the 3. Tight set here. Bose takes the handoff, and Bose looking for the corner and can't find it. Shut down on the outside by Gage again. Back-to-back tackles for 2 scoops. Eddie Gage brings up 3rd down and goal at the 3. Crabs looking for a defensive stand inside the 5. Campbell's off to the left of the line. Marconi back to pass, fires short, and Gage had a chance to pick it off and couldn't do it. 3 dropped interceptions here in the 1st quarter. Eddie Gage's was probably the easiest, but he steps in front of the pass, and the Baltimore Crab defense valiantly forces a Franklin Reese field goal with 2:35 to go in the 1st quarter. Franklin Reese from 20 yards. Just about an old school extra point, which we still have in the SFL. That kick is good. And it's Baltimore nothing, Minneapolis 3 here with 2:33 to go in the 1st quarter of play. I am your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and you can catch out the conference championship games, the conference finals, Sunday, April 10th at 3 and 6 p.m. Central, right here on the SFL network, scheduled to be determined following Monday night's game, the last game of the wild card round. 1st and 10 at the 23 for Baltimore, and their defense has to feel pretty good. They've been on the field twice and have not given up a Rocco Marconi touchdown. Got to get Elijah Bishop going here.
1st and 10.
Elliott Snyder, a solid start to the game, but they went away from him a little bit after his first couple of carries. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side for the Crabs. Back to pass, Dazzo. Dazzo will fire it deep into coverage, and that pass is incomplete. Out that did run past the defender, but I believe Koma Kaleka, either him or Ashley Odom there to swat the pass away. Sets up a 2nd down and 10, and that's a back-to-back series on 1st down where Dazzo's thrown an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10 at the 23. The Mauler defense actually in the top half scoring defense per game. They may give up a lot of yards, but they keep teams off the board. Dazzo back to throw again against some trouble late, and that pass is incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver. And back-to-back drives, back-to-back incompletions on first and second down. Dazzo was pressured. I'm surprised he even got that football away. Third down, 10 yards to go. 4 receivers in an empty backfield. Another pass coming here for the Crabs. Back to throw, Dazzo steps into the pocket, floats one down the middle, and it's knocked away. Dazzo looking for an interference call. Doesn't get one. And the Maulers defense right now all over the field, forcing another Baltimore Crab punt. Koma Kaleka back to return. And Baltimore's issue really all season, but particularly against the Maulers, they've dug themselves first half holes, down by 14 points to the Maulers at halftime in both meetings earlier this year. Punt is away. Maulers came after it, couldn't get to it. Kaleka stands at his 42-yard line and is smothered at the 45. Monday night, it's the final conference semifinal game on the SFL network this weekend. Monday, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, the Sioux Falls Sparrows, who beat the Queen City Corsairs 2 times this season, will host Queen City Monday night. The winner will take on the winner of this game, Baltimore and Minneapolis, as Doug Bose catches a pass for 6 yards. Queen City may have lost 2 games to Sioux Falls, but both games were shootouts, and Queen City flying high into the postseason after being the only team to knock off the Maulers. And if it ends up being Minneapolis, Queen City in the championship game, the Corsairs have to feel pretty good about their odds. 2nd down and 4 at the 49. Back to pass Marconi. Marconi faces pressure. His arm was hit, and the pass is still caught. What an adjustment to the football by Freeman Goodspeed, who gets another Minneapolis first down into Baltimore territory. That was an excellent adjustment by Freeman Goodspeed after Marconi took a shot to the arm. Empty backfield, 5 wide, standing right at the 50 is Marconi. Back to pass, Marconi looking for somebody, fires left side, and it's knocked away. Gerald Vick there again on the coverage. Vick, 52 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 interception. The Baltimore Crabs, the only team in the SFL with 2 star free safeties and 3 star safeties overall. It's worked out pretty good for the defense. Ty Butler's the other free safety, and he has been the bigger part, 90 tackles this year. 2nd down and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the eye is the Maulers, and they will drop to throw. And that pass is caught by Campbell, picks up 7 to set up a 3rd down and short just outside of Franklin Reese's range. Under a minute to go here in this first Gray Conference semifinal.
3rd and 3.
3rd down 3 at the 38. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Marconi, quick snap, fires it short outside. That pass is caught but shy of the first down. Alexander Brown makes a tremendous tackle on James Cooley, and I would not be surprised if the Minneapolis Maulers keep their offense out on the field here in no man's land on a 4th and short at the 37. Baltimore's already jumped once. I'm sure the Maulers feel pretty confident they can pick up 1 yard. 14 on the game clock, 16 on the play clock now. And the Maulers quickly burn a timeout. They didn't even try to hard count Baltimore, and that is really bizarre there. Minneapolis should have just let the first quarter run out instead of wasting a timeout there. And I don't know if they just had second thoughts, got cold feet about what they wanted to do, but certainly not a good sequence there of decision making for Minneapolis. They'll bring the punter on the field, Chase, and he'll kick the ball away. Second punt of the quarter for Minneapolis in a surprisingly defensive ball game in the 1-4 matchup of the Gray Conference. And the pass goes, or the snap goes over the punter's head, all the way back to the 29-yard line. He'll pick it up and run, but Baltimore will take over at the Mauler 34. Disaster for Minneapolis. They could not have asked for a worse sequence. They take a timeout when they didn't have to, and then the snap goes way over the punter's head. I mean, it wasn't even close. All the way back to the Mauler 34-yard line to end the quarter. Unbelievable. We've seen that a few times this year. We saw it last week even in the San Francisco DC game. What a turnaround. Can Baltimore capitalize? Final play of the first quarter. And the handoff goes to Elliott Snyder, and Snyder gets 2 yards. End of 1. Baltimore nothing, Minneapolis 3. We'll be back to Wolf Ram and Hart Stadium after these messages. This is the SFL Network.
Subscribe to the greatest YouTube sim community on the planet at Allen Drum. We got Bandits APF 2K franchise and NFL 2K 2 through 5 Buccaneers franchise. Like and subscribe on my YouTube channel and go Maulers, baby.
You, like Alan JD, can become a part of the SFL broadcast and promote your business, YouTube channel, or league with an audio or video ad. It's just $5 for a 30-second spot, $10 for a 60-second spot, and $15 for any video ad for a whole season. And any ad is free for the playoffs. All money is reinvested into the SFL, and we guarantee you your ad will run at least once a week. Support us by supporting you. Email simulationfl@gmail.com for more information. SFL, rise as one. We'll be back to your game in 2 minutes. Start of the second quarter in Minneapolis now. If you're just joining us, right at the end of the first quarter, the Maulers snap on the punt, went over the punter's head. Third time that's happened here in season 6. One of those other times was when Baltimore was at Sioux Falls and it happened to the Sparrows. The Crabs have some sort of voodoo on long snappers, but a 3rd down and 8 is Baltimore trying to take advantage of the mistake by Minneapolis, and that pass is caught over the middle by Demetrius Outdat. Mike Dazzo now just 27 passing yards in this first half, but a 1st down for Baltimore at the Minneapolis 21-yard line. A bizarre first quarter. Both offenses highly regarded coming in. Everyone thought we were going to see a ton of points, and so far it's been about the defenses and special teams. 1st and 10 at the 21. Dazzo back to pass, flips it out to Snyder. Snyder past the 20, makes a move, and Snyder picks up 9. Nice job in the open field by Elliott Snyder to get inside the Minneapolis red zone down to the Mauler 13-yard line. Another look at the sweet spin from Elliott Snyder. That was J.D. Lawson who got burned on the outside. 2nd down and 1 at the 13-yard line. 2 backs, 1 to either side. Snyder is in the backfield, back to pass. And Dazzo, pass caught at the 6. Who was that? Chuck Imparato, who has made some acrobatic catches this year for the Crabs, gives Baltimore a 1st and goal. Chuck Imparato, 47 catches for 408 yards and 6 touchdowns, but it seemed like every time Imparato caught a pass, it was a big deal. He made some clutch plays for Baltimore all season long. 1st and 10 at the 6 with Snyder in the backfield, back to pass Dazzo. Snyder will take the flip, looking for the corner. Snyder got to the 2. Ashley Odom saved the touchdown. Sebastian Brock was also in the area. But Baltimore could take the early lead as they have kept Rocco Marconi and the Mauler offense out of the end zone now for the first 13 minutes of this ballgame. To in the backfield again with Snyder at a fullback. Snyder takes the carry, follows the fullback, no gain. Tackle made by Sebastian Brock, who has been a key piece to this Mauler defensive puzzle. Brock leads the team in tackles with 92, 20 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks. Also has a pick on the year. Elijah Bishop, which I don't think has a catch, is all alone top of the screen, and he could just run a simple out route, and he's got a touchdown over there. 3rd and goal from the 2. Nope, they're going to hand it off to Snyder again, and Snyder didn't get there. Defense is reigning supreme here in the first half as Sebastian Brock gets the stop, and Baltimore will have to kick a field goal to try to tie the game. What an outstanding play. Back-to-back plays from Sebastian Brock, as Elliott Snyder cannot manage to get 2 yards. A 19-yard field goal. That kick is good for Baltimore. 7:52 to go in the first half. Baltimore 3, Minneapolis 3, and if you guessed low on the combined yardage for Goodspeed and Bishop in the first half, then you may be a winner of $100 here at the half. If you're just here for the money, we hope you certainly stick around for the rest of the SFL playoffs and come back as a player next season. Apply to be a player in the draft at simulationfl.com. We'll be having our draft this spring, this summer sometime. We'll know for sure once the offseason schedule is released as Koma Kaleka returns it up to the 32. I'm your play-by-play commentator and SFL commissioner, Cameron Irvine. 7:48 to go in the first half. Baltimore 3, Minneapolis 3. 1st and 10 at the 32. Split backs for Rocco Marconi. Hand off to Doug Bose, and Bose stops and starts. Picks up 6 yards on the play. Doug Bose, a hybrid of sorts. A hybrid back with with almost just as many receptions. He's got 192 carries and 120 receptions, and I don't think that we've ever had a back in league history with over 100 of either. Or of both, I should say. Second and 4 at the 39, out of the shotgun. Marconi takes a snap. That pass is horrendous. That ball just sort of fell out of Marconi's hands. I mean, that had to have been the worst pass I've ever seen Marconi attempt. And Minneapolis is I don't know if they're second guessing themselves. There seems to be just a lot of hesitation and second guessing on the part of Minneapolis. And surprisingly, some nerves, and maybe it's a carryover from last week, could have damaged their confidence as Bose lost a yard in the backfield. Isaac Spears on the stop, 27 yards on 8 carries for Doug Bose in the first half. And for the third time in the first half, the Baltimore Crabs have forced a punt. This is just absolutely stunning. Chase, a busier night than expected. Inzer back to return from his 29-yard line. Inzer with a head full of steam up to the 31. Like the league on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels, all at /SimulationFL, and use the hashtags The Drama Is Real and Rise as One.
First and 10 from the Badgers, 32-yard.
And spread the word. First and 10 at the 31-yard line, trips left. Baltimore proving anything is possible here in the first half. Dazzo has to check it down. Snyder makes Broadway. Well, no, Broadway eventually hung on for the tackle, but he does pull him along for the ride to the 37-yard line, a 6-yard pickup. Elliott Snyder, since the first couple of carries, has struggled getting going. Elijah Bishop has struggled getting going as well. No catches, 52 yards and a pick for Dazzo, as both teams have struggled mightily offensively here in the first half of play. Bishop top of the screen, and out that bottom of the screen, back to pass. Oh, Dazzo is spun around. Bishop was open, but a loss of a couple on the play. That was a ferocious sack by Mr. Hamburger Helper himself. 3rd down and 6. That looked dangerous for Dazzo, spun down around the ankles. Ball at the 35, split backs for the Crabs. And Dazzo will drop the pass. Dazzo will fire it outside, caught. Bishop first down to the 44.
First down, Badgers.
Elijah Bishop finally in the mix, and it took him coming across the field to the near side to get involved. First and 10 at the 44, 2 in the backfield with Dazzo as Baltimore has controlled the pace of this game, so to speak. Dazzo back to pass, he's smothered and sacked. Second sack of the drive for the Maulers, and that's Marcus Dorsett coming outside, and Minneapolis in recent weeks has designed some pretty nice blitz packages, bothering Mike Dazzo. Back to pass, Dazzo fires it out. Oh, wide open, Elijah Bishop. That play was well designed. All the way to the Mauler 40-yard line to pick up a first down for the Crabs. And now 78 yards for Mike Dazzo, which is more than Rocco Marconi. That was just a beautiful stop and start for Bishop. He almost set a screen out there, and then as soon as either Inzer or Outdat out there was coming in on a crosser, he broke out to the outside, and Lawson didn't know what hit him. First and 10 now in Mauler territory at the 40, 3-3 with 4:35 to go in the first half. Snyder's in the backfield, back to pass, and the flip outside is caught by Outdat. Outdat picks up 7. Near field goal range coming up on the SFL Update halftime report. First half highlights from Baltimore and Minneapolis. And right after halftime, we'll have our DAC Stats Gold Stars of the first half. And it's all coming up.
2nd and 3 from the Badgers.
2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Dazzo back to throw. Dazzo fires, caught by Outdat on a quick slant, 15 yards to the 18-yard line, and Baltimore's in the red zone.
First down, Badgers.
A programming reminder, the conference finals, the Gray and Teal Conference Championship games, will be Sunday, April 10th at 3 p.m. Central and 6 p.m. Central. Whether Gray or Teal is first is to be determined following Monday night's game between Queen City and Sioux Falls. First and 10 at the 18-yard line. Both teams still looking for their first touchdown of the day. 4-3 look out of the Mauler defense. Two in the backfield, Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo pump fake, now swings it outside to Snyder. And a good job by Mike Dazzo not forcing anything down the field. He was looking for Bishop. Wasn't there. Takes the check down and lives to fight another day, 2nd and 10. Because who knows, a field goal may win this game. Three receivers. Inzer's in the slot here on the near side. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo firing down the middle of the field. Caught inside the 5, down to the 3. Another pickup of 15 yards. And check that, Inzer was on the outside wide. Bishop was in the slot, and it's a first down for Baltimore. Wayne Inzer's first catch of the day. Inzer has really been coming on as of late for the Crabs. 28 catches, 346 yards, 5 scores for Wayne Inzer today as the 5th option of this very aggressive Baltimore offense, but this is where they stalled their previous possession. First and goal from the 3. It's almost halftime. The Maulers still don't have a touchdown. Hand off to Snyder, and Snyder's got the first touchdown of the day, and Baltimore takes the lead. The Crabs this whole half have looked ready to go and well prepared. Owner Tim Johnston has to love what he's seeing out of his Crabs as Baltimore is up by 7 late in the first half.
Number 3 is back for the point after. Number 8 on the hold.
We mentioned earlier in the half that Baltimore 0-3 all-time in the playoffs. All 3 of those games, actually in 2 of those 3 games, the Baltimore Crabs were favored and were upset. No bigger upset than the biggest upset in SFL history in the playoffs when the 8-0 Baltimore Crabs lost to the 4-4 San Francisco Bulldogs. It's a similar situation here today, and would even be a bigger upset for the 6-6 Crabs to knock off the 11-1 Minneapolis Maulers. I guess it would depend on the person you ask, but would that be a bigger upset than San Francisco beating the Crabs? I'm not sure, but it certainly would be in the conversation. That year, Baltimore was undefeated. I mean, everyone thought that they were a shoo-in to win the title. Nothing is ever a shoo-in in the SFL playoffs, as Tallahassee found out Thursday night. What a game that was. First and 10 at the 32 now with Minneapolis down 7 here at home. Marconi's got to get the offense rolling, and he finds Marcus Campbell wide open for a 9-yard pickup, and that's a good way to start it. We mentioned Queen City and Sioux Falls. That's Monday night, tomorrow night at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Sioux Falls won both meetings, but both games were close, and both games were won in the 30s and 40s. And it should be an epic one to end our first round of the playoffs Monday night. Coming up on the 2-minute warning, 2nd down and 1 at the 41 for Minneapolis as Marconi flips it outside to Bose. Bose makes a spin and then another one and got the first down to the 43-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Baltimore 10, Maulers 3, but Minneapolis is driving. This is the SFL Network. 8 carries for 27 yards for Doug Bose. Hasn't gotten much room to operate against this really strong, so far, Baltimore Crab defense. Marconi back to pass. We'll flip it outside to Bose. Bose past the 45, and he's wrapped up by a double team. That's what you have to do on Boskett. 2 guys out there flying to the football. Isaac Spears and company on the stop. 2nd and 5, 2 yards shy of midfield. The Maulers have 2 timeouts remaining to Baltimore's 3. .128 to go in the first half. Out of the eye is Marconi. Cooley is at the top of the screen. Back to pass. Marconi looks for Cooley. The pass is knocked away. Was that Dazzo? Joe Dazzo, who's had a quiet first half, gets his mitts on it. And that is how you perfectly play the inside slant pass. Just drop your linebackers and put them right in a position to knock the ball away. Joe Dazzo, season, not a memorable season, 83 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and an interception. Another 3rd down here for Minneapolis. The best team in the league at 3rd down conversions. Haven't been in the first half. 3rd down and 5. Back to pass. Marconi fires short. The pass is caught and short of the first down again. Isaac Spears with the tackle. And Baltimore is making all the right plays defensively. They force another punt. And if I'm the Crabs, I would just take it into the locker room. You've got a 7-point lead on the road, and you've held the Maulers to 3 points. What else could you ask for? Ten unanswered here in the second quarter for the Crabs. Maulers are going to run this clock all the way down. And Inzer from the 15-yard line returns up to the 18. 28 seconds to go. All 3 timeouts for Baltimore. I guess you could get greedy. They have not looked down deep down the field for Elijah Bishop once. That is their deep threat target. Maybe you could take a shot, but again, if I was the Crabs, I would just sit on it. 1,486 yards and 10 touchdowns for Bishop. Bishop had out both 1,400-yard receivers this season. 2 backs in the backfield. Dazzo is going to keep throwing. Dazzo down the middle and out could not make the catch. I just don't understand that. Now you've got 24 seconds left on the clock. The Maulers have a couple of timeouts. And that was a dangerous pass over the middle of the field. Baltimore's, they got to manage this correctly, because you know the Maulers are chomping at the bit, waiting for Baltimore to make a mistake so they can capitalize in the final 24. Same set, it looks like. 8 in the box for Minneapolis as Dazzo is changing the play with the tap of a helmet. And he audibles to a pass. And Dazzo steps up and is sacked. But the Maulers elect to not burn a timeout. Maybe a blessing in disguise for Baltimore, as that appears to be the final play of the first half. That's the 3rd sack of the half for the Minneapolis Mauler defense. And it looks like Baltimore may elect to run another play. They will. A play action pass and another sack. That is the 4th sack on Mike Dazzo. That ends the half, but Baltimore leads 10-3. You're watching the Grey Conference semifinal here on the SFL Network.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure never to miss a moment of the action by following our channel on Twitch. This has been SFL Halftime Update. Enjoy the second half.
Kicking off. Number 18, back to receive.
Start of the second half here at Wolf Ram and Hart Coliseum. 10-3 Baltimore on top of the Maulers in a shockingly defensive contest. Wayne Inzer nearly returned that one all the way. Got to the 27 and took 5 seconds off the third quarter clock. Let's meet the gold stars of the first half presented by DAC Stats. Quarterback Rocco Marconi, not necessarily a gold star of the first half, but a gold star usually. 79 passing yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, just a surprisingly mundane first half for Rocco Marconi as Dazzo flips it out to Snyder. Snyder past the 30, and Baltimore beating the Maulers at their own game, picks up 9. Sebastian Brandt, 4 tackles and 1 sack. The Maulers as a whole had 4 sacks on Mike Dazzo in the first half. Isaac Spears, the corner for the Crabs, 8 tackles, led a tremendous defensive effort by Baltimore through the first 22 minutes of action. And those are the gold stars of the first half to focus on, presented by DAC Stats. 15 rushing yards and a touchdown for Elliott Snyder, but not a lot of offensive players doing things. Hand off to Elliott Snyder, and Snyder got the first down, still on his feet to the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Snyder now 17 rushing yards, Bose with 27, but the yardage hard to come by. Congratulations to the winner of the $100 contest. We're sending you that money. Elijah Bishop and Freeman Goodspeed, a very low total of receiving yards in that first half. Dazzo's pass is dropped. Had Outdat wide open past midfield, but Outdat could not haul it in. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Baltimore.
Let's go. 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10. Ball at the 39-yard line. Bishop bottom of the screen. Outdat top of the screen with split backs for the Crabs. Back to pass Dazzo. Dazzo will fire it down the field. It's intercepted at the 40 and return to the 30-yard line. A huge mistake there. And is that Brock with the pick? It is. Sebastian Brock with his 2nd interception of the season. He had a sack, 4 tackles in the first half, and a huge mistake there by Dazzo, intended for Elijah Bishop. And the last thing you want to do is give the Minneapolis Maulers ammunition after shutting them down for an entire first half of play. Now the Maulers at the Crab 30-yard line. High formation for Minneapolis. Cooley top of the screen, hand off to Bose. Bose being chased from behind but gets away. Bose inside the 15, and 1 play later, the Maulers tie the game. Second half momentum swing. Bose more yardage on that run than he had all of the first half, and Minneapolis is an extra point from tying the game. Just cannot make ill-advised throws like that for Mike Dazzo. You can see how Minneapolis capitalizes. And if I'm not mistaken, the only other turnover of this game, a Dazzo interception, also led to the Mauler field goal. And for the Maulers, Franklin Reese's extra point is on its way and good. It's Baltimore 10, Minneapolis 10, 9:38 to go in the third quarter. Franklin Reese to kick it away. Can the Maulers keep this momentum going? The interception on the opening drive of the second half, followed by a one-play drive, a Doug Bose touchdown. Both teams have rushing touchdowns in this game. Neither quarterback, the top two passing quarterbacks in the league, have a touchdown in this game. But the key is Marconi has not thrown an interception. Dazzo with 2. 9:34 to go in the third. This is the SFL Network's second game of a playoff doubleheader here on a beautiful Sunday. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Baltimore trying to get their first playoff win in franchise history. They have a 3-back set, and they will throw the football out to Snyder, and it looked like initially Odom read it well as Brock makes yet another stop. But a first down. Watch Odom here. It looks like we didn't get a good look at it, but it looked like he was waiting for the Snyder play and then lost his train of thought. And it picks up about 12 yards on the outside. First down and 10 at the 37. In case you missed it, Bishop and Goodspeed combined for 44 receiving yards in the first half. First and 10 at the 37. Dazzo back to pass, throws short. That pass is caught by Bishop, injured, check that, who breaks a tackle and picks up 9. A couple of big grabs for Wayne Inzer here in the last few minutes, and it brings up 2nd and 1 for the Crabs at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1 from the Badgers, 46-yard line.
3-back set again here for Baltimore. Everyone's shifting around for that Mauler defense. Last time out of this set, the Crabs threw. They'll run it this time to Snyder, and Snyder got the first down at the 47-yard line. A quick refresher of who is on the field for the Baltimore offense. Dazzo, Snyder, Outdat, Bishop, Inzer, and Imperato.
1st and 10.
148 yards, but 2 picks and no touchdowns for Mike Dazzo. 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 47. Back to pass. Dazzo fires short, caught at the ankles by Demetrius Outdat. An 8-yard gain, and Mike Dazzo looks to have settled down here in the second half, leading the Crabs down the field and out of the Mauler 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 from the Badgers, 45-yard.
2-back set, everyone tied up. Imperato a little bit off the line. Hand off Snyder again. Snyder's got a first down to the lead blocker and got the first to the 39-yard line. 7:35 and counting, and Baltimore running some clock here on their second possession of the third quarter.
1st and 10 from 39.
First down and 10 at the 39. Imperato wide left, out that to the near side. Ball on the left hash and a 4-3 defense out of Minneapolis. Hand off to Snyder. Snyder running away from Brock, but I believe Brock got him again. Sebastian Brock is having the game of his life here in the first round of the Grey Conference playoffs, as Ruths was also there to combine on the stop.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 39-yard line.
10-10. 6:50 to go in the third quarter, 2nd and long. Brock's got at least 3 tackles for loss here, or at least right at the line of scrimmage. Snyder takes another pass to the outside, and Snyder will pick up 9. Brock another tackle. Marconi still with just 79 passing yards. And if I would have told you that almost halfway through the third quarter, the Maulers MVP candidate Rocco Marconi would have 79 passing yards, you'd probably think the Maulers were losing. Both defenses have been outstanding. 3rd down and 2 at the 31. They're going to try to run it to Snyder, and Snyder got a first down again. Baltimore playing some possession football here in the third quarter. They're running with Elliott Snyder on short to go situations, and he's, to his credit, picking up the yardage.
1st and 10.
1st and 10. 5:48 to go in the third. All square. 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield. Snyder takes a handoff. Snyder turning the legs, nearly got a first down. And fact, upon review, he may have gotten it. Dorsett
Number 32.
was there for the tackle halfway through the third. 2nd down and 1 at the 16. And if they follow their formula on this drive, I would expect the Crabs to run it here again. Didn't see the 3-back set at all in the first half. We've seen it now 3 times on this drive. 8 in the box, handoff, Snyder, left side. Snyder's got a lead blocker, and there's a penalty marker on the play as Snyder gets all the way down to the 5-yard line. Not sure if somebody grabbed the face mask or if there was a hold.
Holding, number 17.
That's big. That's on Demetrius Outdat.
Repeat, 2nd down.
And it pulls it back to the line of scrimmage. That is a major penalty for the Crabs, and could hinder a lot of the success that they've built on this drive.
2nd and 10 from Red Badger, 26 yards.
Back-to-back 2nd and 11s for Baltimore on this series. Dazzo changing the play to a run, and nothing doing as Snyder is out of the game. A check down to a run with Elliott Snyder on the bench. Not the smartest thing in the world. Sebastian Brock again in the backfield. And a 3rd down and long for the Crabs. What a huge penalty on Outdat that may become. If they can't convert here. Trips to the right. Bishop is to the nearest bottom of the screen. Back to pass, Dazzo. Dazzo fires down the field. The pass is tipped up in the air and incomplete. Nearly caught by Inzer. But Minneapolis' defense holds following the holding penalty on Demetrius Outdat. And we could look back at that hold as the point in the game where things really stopped going in the Maulers' favor. Of course, you could look at that interception by Sebastian Brock as well. Field goal is from 43 yards away, not a gimme from the left hash. And the field goal for Baltimore is up and missed to the right. Crabs have not had a strong kicking game, and to Bucky Starr, wide right, and things could start falling apart quickly here for the Baltimore Crabs, who have thrown a pick, given up their first touchdown, had a holding penalty, and then missed a field goal, all in the last 7 minutes. Ken Marconi finally cracked the century mark. 2 backs and 2 receivers, 4-3 defense. Line shifts left, linebacker shift to the outside. Marconi back to pass, dumps it off to Cooley on a little slip, it looked like. But only a pickup of 1 as the Crabs are all over it. Butler on the stop. Brings up 2nd down and 9, and now just 72 yards of passing for Rocco Marconi.
2nd and 9. Ball at the 34 yards.
Marconi's season low is 270 yards. Back to throw, short to the left. Campbell picks up 6, sets up a manageable 3rd down and 3. The 270 came against Cleveland. And the last 2 times Marconi faced Baltimore, he threw for 277 yards and 347 yards as you look at Bosa's updated numbers after that big touchdown run he had. 3rd down and 3 at the 40. Another big 3rd down. Marconi to throw. Marconi fires middle. The pass should have been picked. It's incomplete, but again, the Baltimore defense comes up with a stop. Johnson knocks the ball away and then makes the tackle and forces another punt. Looking for James Cooley coming across the middle. And he just stepped right into Johnson's zone. And how good have the Baltimore Crab linebackers been this evening? Just making all the right plays.
Number 18 is deep to receive.
What an unusual game. Everyone in Vegas is flipping out right now if they bet the over. Inzer at the 23 on the return of the 24-yard line. Again, programming reminder, the conference finals, the gray and teal conference championship games will be in 1 week, April the 10th at 3 and 6 p.m. Central. Right here on the SFL Network on Twitch. Just 2 weeks away now, 13 days away now from the SFL championship game from Cleveland. 1st and 10 at the 24. Handoff goes to Snyder, and the block is picked up on the outside. There goes Snyder, past the 40 to the 44-yard line, a pickup of 20. Snyder up to 58 yards on the evening, but the important block was the seal on the outside, I believe by the fullback. Tremendous blocking, springs Elliott Snyder down the sideline. Koma Kaleka with the eventual stop. And that's the type of running game that the Baltimore Crabs have been missing all season long. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to pass, there's a flag. Dazzo fires, that's a first down. And we'll get the call. Elliott Snyder fell short of a 1,000-yard season, just 830 yards, averaged 4 yards a carry, and reached the end zone a total of 9 times.
Neutral zone infraction, number 95, defense, the penalty.
Penalty decline going to be a first down for Bishop and the Baltimore Crabs. Elliott Snyder, another one of those running backs with over 100 receptions and over 100 carries. Actually had more carries than Doug Bose this year with 208.
Let's go. 1st and 10.
1st down and 10 at the 46 following another Mike Dazzo completion. Still tied at 10, and Rocco Marconi still empty in touchdowns, as is Mike Dazzo. Back to pass, flip out short to Bishop, pickup of 3. It is amazing Baltimore's game plan coming in. They have not thrown deep down the field. I can't even think, maybe one time very early in the game they tested out that it was covered and the ball was knocked away. But not one time have they looked to Elijah Bishop deep down the field.
2nd and 7.
And that adjustment, and Bishop has been involved in this game, and that adjustment hasn't translated to points, but it's been a decent one, as that pass is off the hands of the fullback. Should have caught that. You know, sometimes Crabs lack explosivity in this game, but obviously, I mean, the Maulers, that's what they're taking away. It's been an ultimate chess match won by the defenses so far, as Wolfram and Hart Coliseum in the starry night of Minneapolis on their feet on a 3rd down and 7 at the Mauler 43. 4 receivers in an empty backfield for Dazzo. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo will fire down the middle of the field. The pass is intercepted. What a play! And returned past the 35 and clotheslined at the 40-yard line. Ashley Odom on his knees forces the turnover. It's the 3rd Mike Dazzo interception, and that one wasn't his fault. Well, I mean, it was. Koma Kaleka knocked it away. I thought initially it was a drop pass. Ashley Odom makes a monster play, and the turnovers are killing the Crabs. The last 2 turnovers turned into points for the Maulers. Will they make it 3 for 3? That's turned into the story of this game. Hand off to Doug Bose, and he picks up just 3 before Joe Dazzo knocks him flat on his back as he gets some help from teammate James Cooley. Still 10-10. Late in the 3rd quarter, as you look at Bose's receiving numbers, 5 for 32, a bit lower than usual. Bose is the lone man in the backfield, a tight set here for the Maulers. And Baltimore jumped offside as Bose takes the pass, only got 2, but it's going to be nearly a first down. This has been a 3rd quarter of mistakes by the Crabs.
Neutral zone infraction, number 91, defense.
2 penalties, 2 turnovers, and a missed field goal just in the third quarter for Baltimore, yet it's still tied at 10.
Second and 2. Ball at the 48.
Second and 2 at the Mauler 47. Now under a minute to go in the third. 2 in the backfield for Marconi. I still don't think he's over 100 yards today. Hand off to Bose. Bose got a first down, still on his feet. Doug Bose! Oh, baby! Past the 10, it's a touchdown! Wow. Talk about taking over a quarter. Back-to-back touchdowns for Doug Bose. This one may be the most impressive of his rookie season, as 3 different Baltimore Crabs miss him. And the Maulers take the lead. Baltimore just has to understand that they are still down by just 1 score. The wheels are not falling off. They still have a shot. Their defense has been playing well, besides really these last couple of big runs. And you start wondering if the Crabs can win this game without a deep threat in their arsenal. Franklin Reese kicks it away. Baltimore was up 10-3 at the half. 2 turnovers, 2 penalties. Wayne Inzer on the kickoff return past the 40. Inzer past midfield, past the 40. Wayne Inzer past the 20. He will not be caught. Unbelievable. Touchdown Crabs. Wayne Inzer's first kickoff return of the season. That goes for a touchdown, and Baltimore can tie the game. What a return from Wayne Inzer. Just when you think all is lost for the Crabs, they pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Number 3 is back for the point after. Number 8 will hold the kick.
Wayne Inzer, averaging 22.3 yards a kick return this year, finds the end zone for the first time as a returner for the 6th time of the season. Stars extra point is good. We are tied just like that. Baltimore could not have asked for a better time to have a kickoff return for a touchdown. Let me just say it again. 2 penalties, 2 turnovers, 2 touchdowns given up defensively. Yet, the Crabs are alive and kicking. Short kick again from Starr from the 12. Comakaleka trying to answer back. They'll get up past the 30 to the 34. So we're now tied at 17. Both quarterbacks still have not thrown a touchdown. The 2 combined to throw an astounding, I can't even do the math, 76 touchdowns this year. Marconi to pass. That pass is dropped. Man. Marconi can't catch a break today. He just has not, neither team has really been aggressive and assertive down the field. I think that both
Second and 10.
owners knew, both coordinators knew that the defenses were going to be ready, and boy, have they come to play today. 2nd down and 10, 4 wide receivers with Bose in the backfield for the Maulers. Tie game at 17. Back to pass, and Marconi puts it out to Bose. Bose breaks a tackle, and Bose got a first down. That's really the first time all day I can remember Doug Bose breaking a tackle on a swing pass to pick up a first down. And the defensive end rushed out there, but kind of gave up on the play a little bit. Gage ended up making the tackle. And that is the end of the third quarter of play. Baltimore 17, Minneapolis 17. The fourth quarter is upon us. Wolfram and Hart Coliseum in Minneapolis. We'll be back after these messages.
To the greatest YouTube sim community on the planet. At Allen Drum, we got Bandits APF 2K franchise and NFL 2K 2 through 5 Buccaneers franchise. Like and subscribe on my YouTube channel and go Maulers, baby.
Like Alan JD, you can become a part of the SFL broadcast and promote your business, channel, or league with an audio or video ad. It's $5 for a 30-second spot, $10 for a 60-second spot, $15 for any video ad for a whole season. And any ad is free for the playoffs. All money is reinvested into the SFL, and we guarantee you your ad will run at least once a week. Support us by supporting you. Email simulationfl@gmail.com for more information. SFL, rise as one. We'll be back to your game in 2 minutes. Start of the fourth quarter, Marconi's pass deep is incomplete. Cooley's been targeted now 8 times, just 3 catches for James Cooley during tonight's game, and that was really the first time Rocco Marconi has taken a deep shot on the Crabs. Start of the fourth quarter from Wolfram and Hart Coliseum. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Baltimore 17, Minneapolis 17. Neither star quarterback has a passing touchdown tonight. Marconi's pass caught by Cooley. That's a first down to the Baltimore 44-yard line. Cooley's 4th catch of the night on 9 targets. The winner advances to play the winner of Queen City and Sioux Falls, which play tomorrow night. And that conference championship game will be played Sunday, April 10th. 1st and 10 of the 44. Bose takes the handoff, and Doug Bose picks up 3 to continue to wind some clock. Baltimore looking for their first franchise victory. If Minneapolis loses, they would end the season on a 2-game losing streak. The Maulers trying to join Eric Barkley's Queen City Corsairs as the only franchise to win multiple SFL championships. 2nd and 7 at the 41. Marconi straight back is in some trouble. Throws a backwards pass to Bose, who almost broke a tackle, but Joe Dazzle holds him down for a 3rd down and 4 to go at the Crab 38. What a huge stop by Joe Dazzle on the outside. I thought for sure Doug Bose was going to get away. Dangerous pass from Rocco Marconi, goes trips right. 3rd down and 4 at the 38-yard line. Baltimore's defense been excellent on 3rd down. Back to pass, looking for Cooley. That pass is caught just past the sticks for another over the chains to the Crab 34-yard line, and Marcus Campbell with that last catch. Doing a beautiful job of keeping his feet in bounds. Yet another nail-biting game here in the 4th quarter of these playoffs. 13 carries, 117 yards for Doug Bose, who has really had a strong day on the ground. Back to pass Marconi. Marconi floats one down the field. It's intercepted past the 20. Butler to the 30-yard line, and Baltimore forces the first turnover of the game. That one just sailed on Rocco Marconi. It just absolutely sailed. Looking down the middle of the field and into double coverage. Just a poor throw and a poor read from Rocco. Marconi now no touchdowns, 1 interception. Doug Bose, 3 100-yard performances this season. One of them came in that last most recent meeting with Baltimore, 164 with 17. And Dazzle escapes a sack, one-handed grab. By Imperato picks up 1. I should say 17 carries, 164 yards and a touchdown for Bose the last time he played the Crabs. 2nd and 9 at the 31, 8:42 to go. Huge interception there from Ty Butler. Back to pass. Dazzle, all kinds of time for the first time tonight. The pass is tipped up in the air, and Imperato almost caught it. Wouldn't that have been something? I think Dazzle was even a little surprised that he had as much time to stand back there as he did. I believe he's been sacked 5 times, but only once here in the second half. 4 receivers now for Dazzle out of the shotgun. Be a shame for the Crab fans if a Baltimore went 3 and out following an interception. Back to pass. Dazzle throws over the middle. That was a horrible pass. Way over the outstretched arms of Demetrius Outdat. And Baltimore goes 1 yard on 3 plays following Ty Butler's pick. And if you want to advance in the SFL playoffs, you can't have drives like that. Poor offense there, and even better defense from Minneapolis, who continues to lock down the Crabs. Crabs just 10 offensive points in this ball game. Punter kicks it away. Kaleka standing at his 30. And Koma Kaleka's to the 37. 8:18 to go in the 4th quarter. A reminder of who is on the field for the Mauler offense. Marconi, Bose, Cooley, Goodspeed, and Campbell is the tight end. Goodspeed's been quiet. Cooley and Campbell a few big catches on that previous drive. Bose takes the handoff, and Bose pinballing his way to the 42. Now a $121. That is his 3rd best rushing performance of the year. His career high came back in week 1 when he had a whopping 215 yards on 19 carries. It was the only game this year where he averaged over 10 yards a carry. and one of 3 games where he had multiple touchdowns on the ground, the others coming against Cleveland and Queen City. 2nd down and 5 at the 42. Back to pass. Marconi fires middle, caught, 1st down to the Baltimore 48-yard line. In fact, in the only other game that the Minneapolis Mauler offense was held to under 35 points was against the Cleveland Vipers. Oh, I beg your pardon, that was the first meeting. I was going to say Marconi didn't have any touchdowns in that game either, but I stand corrected. 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 48. Marconi to throw, pass wide open. I don't know how Goodspeed got so alone. The Baltimore 33-yard line was 7:08 and counting. It was probably the easiest pass for Rocco Marconi tonight. Look at the clean window in which he was able to operate. That may have put Marconi over the century mark. Just 6 grabs for Bose on 7 targets, 44 yards, receiving over 150 total yards once again for Doug Bose. Tight set here. Marconi going to throw. Marconi flips it out to Bose, and Baltimore's there. Nice open field tackle, picks up just 3. That's Howard, I believe. 2nd and 7 at the 30, but now certainly in the range of Franklin Reese. And we asked ourselves at the beginning of the quarter, can Baltimore win a game without the deep threat and the deep targets down the field for Outdat and Bishop? On the ropes now, shotgun. Marconi swing outside, caught, but a 2-yard pickup only by Bose. 3rd down and 5 now. What a slugfest here in the Twin Cities. 3rd down and 5. Trips left for Marconi, and a 3-3 look out of the defense, at least in the box, 6 of them. Back to pass. Marconi fires down the field, caught in traffic at the 11. Put it up for your star receiver and let him go get it. Freeman Goodspeed with a brilliant catch in traffic. That was probably the first contested ball caught all night by any receiver. Now 163 yards for Rocco Marconi. Still almost 100 shy of his season low. Back to pass out of the gun. Marconi starting to get a rhythm. Pump fake. Look at the time for Rocco Marconi. Yet nobody is open. Marconi's got to do something with it eventually. Marconi's just standing back there. Is anyone going to get open? You got to break on the football, and that pass is almost intercepted at the goal line and incomplete. How Baltimore did not come away with an interception in that moment is baffling. And boy, you didn't think Marconi liked to run before that play. He definitely does not like to run after that play. Baltimore dropped everyone, and I'm telling you, not a soul got open. 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line out of the eye. Back to pass Marconi. Marconi fires short, pass caught by Goodspeed. Goodspeed breaks a tackle, but Isaac Spears shoved him out of bounds at about the 6.5-yard line. Can't get much closer than what we've got right now. 5:13 to go, tie game, 3rd and goal, just outside the 6, and they need just inside the 1 to reset the chains. Trips left again, back to pass, Marconi short over the middle, incomplete. Now I thought there should have been a flag. Cooley was bumped off his route. Now, was it past the 5-yard marker is the question, and maybe that's why the flag wasn't thrown. But either way, Baltimore once again keeps Rocco Marconi off the board, and Franklin Reese will have to kick a field goal, and momentarily it will give the Maulers the lead. From 23 yards out. Snap is high. Pick is on its way and good. 4:59 on the clock. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Maulers 20, Crabs 17. And is this the time to pull out a shot to Bishop? It's tough to say, because if I'm Baltimore, I also don't want to give Marconi the football back. How much do the Crabs trust in their defense after the job they've done today? Wayne Inzer on a return, already has 1 kickoff. Run back for a touchdown, gets out to just the 24-yard line this time. Again, don't forget, one more conference semifinal game here on the SFL network. Sioux Falls and Queen City. Like this one, we thought it would have a ton of points, but who knows? Maybe the defenses will show up Monday night as well at Liberty Park in Sioux Falls. Don't miss out tomorrow night. 1st and 10 at the 24. Dazzo back to pass. He'll flip it out. Snyder, if he makes one man miss, he had a lot of space, but a nice open field tackle. Dazzo still with more passing yards. J.D. Lawson on the stop.
Second and 6.
Second down, 7 for the Crabs. Could be a game-winning or game-tying drive. Clock stopped with 4:49 to go. Snyder's in the backfield, left side. They'll take the handoff. Oh no, Dazzo is in trouble. He couldn't even get the snap off. Loss of 3. Dazzo tried to turn and hand the ball off on a trap, and he could not get the handoff to go. And now Baltimore with a sense of urgency here on a 3rd down and 9. Trips right for Dazzo, back to pass. Dazzo going deep, and the pass is picked off. Near midfield, it's Dorsett again. The Maulers have shut down the deep ball. Looking for Bishop. First time they've really taken the shot, and Dorsett was all over it. And now if you're Baltimore's defense, the pressure is on. You cannot afford to give up a touchdown here and have a realistic shot at winning this game. If I'm the Maulers, why not hand off to Bose here, averaging nearly 10 yards a carry today. Or do they trust in Marconi more? Bose takes the handoff and picks up 1. That will continue to wind the clock. And as we expected, you thought maybe that was the time to take the shot for the Crabs. Hadn't done it all day. The Maulers have been waiting and ready for it. 2nd and 9 at the 44. Season-saving defensive stand needed here for Baltimore as Maulers run some clock a little bit. Bose left side, and he is corralled at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down. Now the interesting thing is if the Maulers can't manage at least 8 of the 9 yards needed, they would not even be in field goal range for Franklin Reese to attempt a field goal, and would have to punt it away. Big 3rd down here. Maulers have been better on 3rd down here in the second half. Scored 17 of their 20 points here in the second half. Out of the eye, Marconi. Wasting a lot of clock. They're going to hand it off again to Bose. Bose is going to be stood up. He is short of the sticks, and I am so surprised that the Maulers did not throw there. There's still a full 3 minutes left on the clock. A very conservative call there as Bose is unable to get into field goal range, and the Maulers will kick it away. Dazzo has thrown 4 interceptions, 2 of them to Marcus Dorsett. You can't imagine the confidence for Baltimore's offense is high right now. They have not scored an offensive point in the second half as Inzer's going to let this bounce out of bounds at the 12. But they do still have all 3 timeouts, and they do just need a field goal to tie. Crabs defense has to be given all the props in the world for the effort that they have had this afternoon, or this evening rather. 1st and 10 at the 12. Gandazzo finds some answers. Outdat has the first answer to the 24-yard line, a pickup of 12. No huddle here for Baltimore as Dorsett is late getting set deep. 2:13 to go. Gazzo back to pass. 1st and 10 of the 24. Again, he throws a slant over the middle of the 37, a pickup of 13. Back-to-back catches for Outdat will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. It's in Mike Dazzo's hands. He's struggled in this situation all season long, but more recently, Dazzo's been sharp. This is the SFL Network.
Let's go.
Had that brilliant drive that tied the game against Sioux Falls and eventually won that game. 3 receivers, 2 to the left for Dazzo. 2 minutes to go and 3 timeouts for Baltimore that needs a field goal to tie a touchdown to win. Dazzo back to pass, fires down the middle of the field. Caught again by Outdat to the 43. Pickup of 24 for Demetrius Outdat, and Baltimore will run a little clock. And the Crabs were in this position, this exact position, the last time they played the Maulers. And the pass into the end zone was just out of the reach. They had to settle for a field goal to force overtime and eventually lost that game. Dazzo back to pass, hits Snyder wide open. Snyder past the 40, makes a move, and Snyder got away! That's the 30 down to the 24! What a play on the outside by Elliott Snyder as the time ticks away. 1:16 to go. An incredible 2-minute drive here for the Crabs. They still have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. Winner advances, loser goes home, handoff Snyder. And Snyder is hit hard in a backfield by Austin Broadway, who's had a very quiet game. 1-yard loss, 2nd and 11. Dazzo gonna throw, steps up in the pocket. Oh, he's behind the line of scrimmage. It wasn't even close. What a mistake by Mike Dazzo. He could have rushed for maybe 7 or 8 yards. And he was 3 yards ahead of the line when he threw the ball.
Illegal forward pass, number 7.
Is that a loss of down? That is a loss of down. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 14 at the 27. Now keep in mind, the Baltimore kicker has already missed a 43-yard field goal. It'd be a 45-yarder from here, and it would give the Maulers a chance to win the game with a field goal of their own if the Crabs do not convert on 4th down. And they can't take a sack. Maulers have been all over Dazzo. That's what caused that last penalty. What a big mistake by Dazzo. 4 receivers, 3 to the right side for the Crabs. 4 on the line for the Maulers. Back to pass, Dazzo down the middle of the field, caught, but it's short of the 1st down. The Maulers are not going to burn a timeout. They're just, they are messing with the Baltimore's heads right now. They are just hoping that the Baltimore Crabs choke this field goal, and that's the end of it. Now the Crabs should not snap this quickly. 18 on the play clock. Oh, they snapped it. Why in the world would you snap it? The kick is good, but it gives Minneapolis 13 seconds to go. I'm surprised Starr even was ready to kick that ball. You see, as a wobbly kick. I'm not quite sure that they were expecting a snap there. And the Minneapolis Maulers have been given a gift as we may be headed to overtime again. Koma Kaleka is due from the 9 on a return past the 30 to the 33, 9 seconds to go. Just a complete mismanagement. Baltimore's made so many mistakes in this second half. You almost feel like at this point if they lost. I mean, they can only blame themselves. 1st and 10 at the 33 to the Maulers. Try to go, showing blitz, only a 4-man rush. Marconi flips it outside. That pass is caught in the field of play, but dragging out of bounds with 4 seconds to go to the Mauler 42. Is that enough to go for a Hail Mary? This is insane. This is just insane. Hail Mary formations out there for Marconi. Does he even have the arm to get it down there? Otherwise, we're going to overtime again here in the SFL playoffs. Marconi back to pass. He's got time. Deep shot down the field is tipped up in the air and incomplete. And again, we're going to OT with the Maulers and the Crabs and in the SFL playoffs. And again, Baltimore misses a huge opportunity
Gentlemen, please make your call.
to win the game.
We'll take heads.
Heads it is.
This time, the Crabs win the coin toss.
Badgers have won the toss and select to receive.
If you'll remember, last time these two teams played, the Maulers won the toss, and they drove all the way down the field and won the ball game. Extra competition again. A bonus. Franklin Reese, kick it here in overtime. Deep kick. Inzer from the goal line. Inzer past the 20 to the 21. Dazzo's thrown 4 interceptions. And Mike Dazzo and Rocco Marconi still do not have a passing touchdown in this game. Combined for over 75 on the season. And none in this first round playoff game. 1st and 10 at the 21. Houston won their overtime game with a walk-off in the opening minute of overtime. Snyder is hit hard by Lawson. Snyder's made a couple of big plays on the outside. Picks up 3 for the Crabs. At least 3 penalties for Baltimore, at least 3 turnovers. They've given up 17 points. Yet through it all, here we are with Mike Dazzo and the football. Empty backfield out of the gun, back to pass. Dazzo fires down the field. That pass is incomplete. Broadway and company was all over it. 3rd and 7. And you almost get the sense that if Baltimore has to punt this away, that they're finished. Because Marconi in these situations all year has just been lights out. And this is the way the Maulers have been winning games all season long. Not necessarily by this score, but in this way. Dazzo back to pass, fires down the field, caught by Bishop to the 16-yard line. Or a gain of 16 yards, rather, to the 41-yard line. I'm just shocked that Bishop made the catch. The pass had to have been on the money. Blanket coverage. I don't know how Dazzo even saw Bishop open. That is a timing route. And a huge 3rd down conversion for the Crabs. Everyone doubted Baltimore coming in 3-game losing streak. Dazzo's pass is incomplete. This team was 6-3. They lost 3 in a row, including the 3-win NYC Sailors in the final week at home. Fell to the 4th spot. It was almost like the Crabs were in coast mode after at 6-3 they had won the division title. 2nd and 10 at the 41. Snyder's in the backfield. Everyone's tied up in the box. Handoff, Snyder breaks a tackle, and that is a huge 2nd down run. A 7-yard gain to set up a 3rd and short near midfield. Boy, these been playoffs. These playoffs been fun or what? 4 picks, 278 yards for Dazzle on the day. 3-back set, 3rd down and 3. Line shifts left to right, back to pass. Gonna flip it out, Snyder. Snyder's got blockers, got the first down, and made a man miss to the Minneapolis 36-yard line. Dorsett another tackle, but the Baltimore Crab drive will continue. Now 2 minutes plus here in the 5th period.
1st and 10.
Just need a field goal to win. 1st and 10 at the 46. 2 in the backfield, back to pass. Dazzo, he's in trouble. That was a perfect play for a screen. Snyder picks up 7 yards. I'm surprised he didn't get more as the Maulers brought the house. Now again, the Crabs missed a field goal from 43 yards away. So 14 yards would get them right back to that spot. But Baltimore can't feel comfortable with any long-distance field goal after that miss in the 3rd quarter. Back to pass, deep shot, it's a wobbly pass. Oh, Bishop caught it with one hand! Building a legacy is Elijah Bishop. Pass was horrendous from Dazzo. Just a complete wobbler that Elijah Bishop comes down with in the red zone. If I'm Baltimore, I'm running this out. I am not even taking the chance. You got the game won. Dazzo's still throwing. Dazzo to the end zone. The pass is caught. It's caught. Oh, forgive my voice. The Crabs have just won. Chuck Imperato. Get out of here. An overtime victory has stunned the number 1 seed in the Gray Conference. Highlights are next. One of the most improbable victories. Baltimore, who last played the Maulers in overtime and lost, drives all the way down the field, and Chuck Imperato, like he did the last time Baltimore played Sioux Falls, caught an incredible touchdown late. And the Crabs advance with their first playoff win in franchise history to the Gray Conference Final, and will travel to either Sioux Falls or Queen City for the conference championship game. And the only passing touchdown of the game came in overtime off the arm of Mike Dazzo to Chuck Imperato for the victory. The player of the game, Elliott Snyder, 15 carries, 63 yards, but 89 receiving yards and a touchdown. But Chuck Imperato and Mike Dazzo are the real heroes in OT. Another tremendous finish Baltimore 26, Minneapolis 20. From Minnesota, good night, everybody. Final total of Bishop and Goodspeed's numbers on the day, 141.